Can you say OG13 is almost done? And how about this one? Where Cobra? Yeah, there's some cool announcements they had today at San Diego Comic-Con. And I want to tell you, I want to start off with the two new kind of announcements, renders they showed that actually had some actually showy stuff in it, which is really cool. One, OG13, we've got two more coming, Short Fuse and Steeler. And what's cool about the Short Fuse, his mortar thing, you can actually put in his backpack. So they did a really good job of modifying that, and he looks really cool. And you also have Steeler, and yes, he has his visor, he's got his Uzi and everything, which is awesome. However, I think that makes it official that we will not be getting a Mobat for a HasLab ever. We'll be getting the Mauler whenever they do get around to it, because we've already got Steeler, so that kind of gives it there. And then after the OG13, we've got the Ghost Viper. And basically, the Ghost Viper is supposed to be one of the Vipers for crystal balls kind of thing. So you have all that glow-in-the-dark vibe kind of stuff. If you saw a Quick Kick kicking something glowing in his like reveal for the Night Force Quick Kick, that's in there. What's cool is they have a wolf, they have a cobra, but also they have heads that go on there. So you can make a werewolf like viper, and you can make a cobra viper kind of thing, like cobra head thing. So that's pretty cool. So I was really happy for those. That was like kind of a cool thing. Sad we won't have a Mobat, but it's so glad we get a couple new OG13s and of course the new Ghost Viper, which was really cool. And with the extra heads on that you can do with that, I think there's multiple things you might pick up with that one. Now, they didn't say when those are going to release. However, they did say the Short Fuse and Steeler 2-pack, that is going to be a Target exclusive, and then the Ghost Viper will be a Walmart exclusive. So, good luck, my friends. Good luck getting that one, especially on Hasbro Pulse. Anyway, they also showed the actual in-person of the Steel Core Sentry with the defense post, which all it is a gray repaint of the Viper one, the Cobra version of it, but it has a missile turret on top instead of the little dish, radio dish on there. So there is that. It looks okay, but it is just a straight repaint. That is going to be a Pulse exclusive. Then they did go into more about Pythona that we saw the other day, and Pythona will be a con exclusive, so it'll be exclusively at New York Comic Con, London Comic Con, and then Lucca, which is a con in Italy, and then whatever's left over will be on Hasbro Pulse. So she might be a little more difficult to get, but there's at least some options there for you. But if you're going to be in New York, London, or Italy, would be cool. If you're a world traveler, like they said about her, you have that to kind of check out. Now, name-only reveals. What came? No, they did not say Flash. I'm still waiting for Flash. That's my favorite, right? But they did show us Lifeline, and they did make a point. In the live one, they said, yes, he will have a pistol. And then when they did the kind of like premiere version to talk about on YouTube, they made a real good point to say, look, these renders or these name only reveals pictures are just to give you an idea. They're not what they're going to look like. They very much stressed that both times when they started with Lifeline. So maybe he's going to look a little bit different, but Lifeline's on there. They showed us the same Night Viper picture they showed us before. They had him on there. Also, Hit and Run was on there. They showed that. Then Big Lob, which I was kind of surprised for Big Lob. I mean, if you're going to give me a sports person, give me the fridge, baby. And I know some people in showing a Toy Kind of Mood had a thing saying, fridge is coming. So I hope a Toy Kind of Mood. I hope you're right. But I didn't see anything about that. But Big Lob's on there. And then to inspire us to pick up a few more Snowcats, Iceberg. I love Iceberg. Iceberg was awesome. I'm so happy we had Iceberg. He's cool. I've always loved him. Anybody ever watched the old Action Figure Therapy on YouTube years, like a decade ago? He was awesome. I'm going to put a jetpack on him all the time, but they have that. However, I will say with the Snowcat, they just went through the normal stuff, and I didn't see them add any extra tiers on there to inspire more purchases, so I don't think they did much to really inspire more people to pick up the Snowcat, which is sad. But at least we get Iceberg, so it'll get the 8,000, so I'll have Frostbite and Iceberg. I'll be happy with that. Throw in with my snow job, so we got that one there. So that was kind of the big news. They also gave us a tease. Now, I'm watching this on my phone in the mall parking lot, okay? So my internet's not the best out there, but it looked like a deformed triangle of pizza. I mean, what would you say this is? And the thing is, Tony said when they were going through, someone in the live chat actually guessed it. I did not have the live chat because the internet at the mall sucks. So I did not have that. However, looking at it, it looks like part of Goblious's tail for me, but I'm sure someone else knows something. But I wanted to give you the reveals that they had out there. They did also show, the new mainline things of Mainframe, Sci-Fi, Grim Viper, and Wetsuit, and that's going to be available July 29th. And then also the Sentry will be available. Oh, and Desert Scorpion, they showed that. And the Steel Corp and that one as well will be available July 29th, 1 p.m. Eastern. They gave the old, like, well, if you're on Pulse, it's this and that's this. But July 29th seems to be the release date for that. But I just want to get this out to you so you have an idea. And all these pictures, it's from me screen capping from their, like, pseudo premiere kind of thing. So that's why the quality's not so good, because it was a premiere thing on YouTube. So if you don't know YouTube, the ads show up perfectly, but the video coming through doesn't always do so great. So I hope this gets you excited. Pick up another Snowcat for me, please, because I want to get all the stuff. But if you can't, I completely understand. But I will say the markup on the Snowcats for the scalper market next fall is going to be crazy, because so many fewer people got this, so there's so many fewer out there, so they're going to be like, ha ha ha. So at first I thought maybe we'd only get like 3,000 or 4,000 that last couple days. I bet we get like 5,000 or 6,000 extra purchases the last couple days of it, because some people are like, wait, am I going to miss out? And the scalpers are going, people are going to want to have it next year. So there are those things there. Anyway, what are you most excited about? For me, it's the Short Fuse and Steeler 2-pack, because Short Fuse, him and Flash, my first two Joes, and he's really near and dear to my heart. So I'm pumped for that. But let me know what you're looking forward to and what you miss out on, what you wish we have. And if you watch the live one, you'll notice it got a little testy with Emily and one of the fans who apparently was booing her when she was looking at them, and they had eye contact, which I was like, awkward. But anyway, kind of a fun thing to watch. But yeah, I will say, someone made a comment about the Steel Core Sentry and Defense Post. It looks almost like an outhouse kind of bit, and once I saw it, I can't unsee it now. But still, it's one of those things. It gives us a diorama kind of thing, something to play with, a little play set. So some fun stuff. But I'm kind of excited. It got me pumped again to see these things. I know we don't have a lot of news until the fall comes, so I hope this gets you pumped and excited. And I'll be back with more news when we have ideas of when things actually, with the Snowcat, maybe pass a few levels, maybe actually gets to 8,000 or more. So we'll have some more news for that. But I just want to give you some heads up. And enjoy your day, fellow Joe collectors. Bye. Oh, hey, do me a favor. Please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, which would be super cool. So have a good one. Bye. Oh, also, I still have not got my Rattler either. So if you're one of those ones that haven't had a Rattler yet, I'm right there with you. Bye.